When I was your age, or at least 2 or 3 decades ago, I thought small business success really came down to one thing: working harder than everyone else. I could outwork my competition, put in more hours. I believed I just couldn't lose. And to be fair, that mindset did help me make progress, a lot of progress for a year or two. It gave me confidence because the one thing that my family was really good at, with generations of small business ownership to prove it, was our Herculean work ethic. And in addition, I was hungry. I was well motivated. I had risked a great deal to build something on my own. Student loans were coming due, and I was all in. There was no second chance. I had to make this work. So back then, my definition of success was pretty simple: start early, work more hours, find more clients, generate more revenue. Seemed pretty simple. And for a while, that did equal success. If we were busy, I felt accomplished. I went home in the evening and I told my wife I was doing my job well. And if new clients were coming in the door, I felt validated. I mattered. I'd built a business that was needed. If I hit a revenue goal, I set a higher one. And for a while, that approach kept me and everyone around me motivated. I liked being the smartest guy in the room, or at least the most important one. What I didn't understand was the cost of that approach. Until years later, I came to realize too slowly in hindsight that I was building a business that depended way too much on me. I did too much of the work. I made too many of the decisions. Practically, I made them all. I carried too much of the pressure, and I did everything routed through me. And I didn't spend enough time, as a result, developing the talent around me or preparing the business for a future where it could exist perhaps without me being there every single day. My leadership style, if I'm being honest, was basically this: follow me and try to keep up. And of course, no one could, because I routed every last decision through me, and I wasn't smart enough to delegate authority and power to the people who are tasked with doing the jobs. And then one day, after doubling in size for the fourth time over, which still brings a smile to my face, but the next part hurts, I hit a wall. And I remember that point in time. I literally ran out of hours. I didn't have any more energy. There wasn't an eighth or ninth day in the week. And the good people that I hired and had high hopes for, they got tired and they left. Basically, we were all just too busy reacting to what we were trying to build and not spending any time on planning or building for the future and what came next. My own family had started to get tired of it as well. I'm not sure they ever saw me. And that's when I learned something. And honestly, I wish I had understood it much earlier. I mean, just a year or two into my first small business venture. And it's this: hard work can start a small business, but hard work cannot be the system indefinitely. So when I say, when I was your age, which I seem to say a lot more as I get older, what I really mean is this: I wish I had learned sooner that being needed for everything is not the same as building a great business. The good news is that you can start now. You have this information flowing your way. You can begin to change this almost doomed trajectory of your small business before it's too late. How? I wrote a book just for you. It's called The Founder's Treadmill, and you can literally read it in a weekend and then apply it on Monday morning. It'll take years. Yeah, it's not that easy, but it will change your life, or at least your business life. Thanks for listening. Let me know if I can help. More info in the comments below.